This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Brought to you by the North Law Firm. For car accidents and negligent security cases, call Joe at 239-337-1191. And by Lee Health.
Hey, Southwest Florida, I'm glad you joined us here. We're at the Holiday Inn Airport right here in Gulf Coast Town Center across the street. It is an award-winning hotel. We're so pleased with the accommodation that they brought us. We have a fabulous show here in store for you today. We'll get a chance to talk to the sales and marketing director for this fine facility. Joe Nugent will be our first guest. We'll also get a chance to talk to David Holden. He's a candidate for District 19 for Congress. And we'll talk to the mayor of Punta Gorda, Rachel Kiesling. All that's happening on Lee Pitts Live. We'll be right back. Southwest Florida, you're looking live at the Holiday Inn, the fabulous Holiday Inn Airport here in Fort Myers, located near the Gulf Coast Town Center, also in an award-winning hotel. And we're back here again this year. We're so thrilled to be back in the Holiday Inn. We're even more thrilled to talk to one of the top executives here, Joe Nugent, Sales and Marketing Director. Joe, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks, Lee. Good to be here. We're glad to have you guys here for the next 4 weeks, by the way.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, and the accommodations are always outstanding. Big shout out to Brian, too, one of the owners here, who's always been very congenial in making Lee Pitts Live feel welcome at the Holiday Inn. Before we get started, Joe, describe the setting that we're in right now. People see those tables behind us. We're in one of your smaller conference rooms, but it still has that pristine look that you guys do a great job of putting out there.
Yeah, we're really fortunate. We have 7,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space. So the room we're in right now is our Pelican room. And this is an awesome room because it's one of our big breakout rooms. So when we do our big conferences and events and everything, this is one of the main rooms that gets used. So behind you, you can see just a typical banquet style setup for us, which we do all the time here.
John, you got a shot of some of that back there as well. When I first walked in here this morning, and saw that setup, I was like, man, this is really nice. Do you basically here have all of the different types of decorations? If people want to have a banquet, you're like one-stop shop. They can get the decoration done right on the spot.
Absolutely. We have a full-service catering team that handles everything from start to finish with everyone. We have all your different linens, tables, chairs, etc. And then, of course, we have a 4-star resort chef on property, which I don't think a whole lot of Holiday Inns can say they have a 4-star resort chef. So we're really, really fortunate here.
Call his name.
Chef Murray.
Everybody knows the great Chef Murray. One of the things I notice here too is whenever I stay here at this hotel, and people, this is where I stay, this is where you need to stay whenever you're in town, or doing a staycation or a local, getaway. I feel like I'm at a resort. I feel, everything resort about it. Is that by design?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it comes a lot from Brian, who you mentioned earlier, who's our managing director as well as one of our owners. And Brian ran a major resort on Sanibel for 17 years. So he has been able to take a resort hospitality presence, and then we've been able to mold it into a corporate inland hotel. So you get the best of both worlds here.
Another thing that I like is really cool is I think it may be the day that I'm going to arrive, I get a text message saying, we're looking forward to you coming back.
It's technology nowadays, right? It's so cool. Now you have multiple ways to keep in touch with your guests, and it's called Zingle, actually. It's a program that we bought, and so all of our guests get a text message. So if they need something ahead of time or they have a question on something, they can text us, and we get right back to them.
That's really cool. Give that website, even though we have it appearing on the screen, give the website for this specific hotel.
Yep, www.hiftmyersairport.com. So hifortmyersairport.com.
Now, you've been in the hospitality industry for how long?
18 years now.
18 years. I said that to say, and the 18 years when you first came in is a little, you can't be any more than about 30 now. So you started when you're about 12 years old.
We'll go with that.
Okay. Yeah. So when you started at 12 years old, what are some changes you've seen in the hospitality industry?
Well, the first thing is, like when I started, especially being in a sales role, the first thing is you used to cold call. Like, hey, here's 47 pamphlets, go out and start knocking on doors. I mean, there's no such thing as a cold call anymore, right? Okay. The other thing is that now we have this great thing called technology and computers, and so there's no more paper files anywhere, right? Wow. So those are just some little things, but actually they're really big in my industry that have really changed in the last 18 years.
Now, to be in the hospitality industry, you just have to be a people-oriented person. tell us how you're so people oriented, and how this whole staff here at this particular Holiday Inn, I know everybody's just so personable.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because here, there's a lot of hotels that just put in the warm body, but here we really hire for the personality. We can teach them the skill set. We can teach them how to do the job, but you can't teach somebody to be hospitable and smile and be warm and friendly. So I think that's the biggest thing, is you have to create this team and a culture around you that's going to be of like-minded people. And when you do that, which is what we have done, that's exactly why we've won all these awards and we're the top Holiday Inn in North America.
Consistent throughout from everybody you come across in this hotel. Is just consistent customer service at a high level. What are some of the challenges in the hospitality industry and hotels and specifically now?
Well, I think right now you're seeing a changing of the guard with the millennials coming on board, and what you have is a lot of big box hotels that don't really have that experience factor. And so right now what you're seeing is new hotels that are coming on board, the room sizes are actually shrinking and the public spaces are getting bigger because hotels are trying to figure out a way to offer more experiences to their guests. So this experiential hospitality, as I like to call it, that's what it's all about nowadays. And that's the biggest challenge that we face as an industry moving forward.
Is that good or bad in your world?
I like it. I think it's good. I mean, I'm 40 years old. I know we said I'm 30, which we'll go with that. That's fine. But I skew towards younger than my demographic, right? So for me, I like the more, I think that's how we run here with the resort. Like a mini resort. We try to have more experiences while you're here. I think it's a really good thing because it forces hotels to kind of get out of the norm and stop being complacent, and it challenges them to think and act differently.
And that is why that lobby is designed the way it's designed. Is almost, just talk about that. Just kind of lay out some specifics when we look at your lobby here.
We think about 10 years ago in the hotel industry, I mean, it was very like cookie cutter, a lot of walls everywhere. Now we have an open lobby. We added that huge window that overlooks the pool and the lake area on purpose. Even like in the restaurant and bar area, it's a very open area with a massive gathering table. All that's done on purpose. And 10 years ago, you didn't have showers really. You know, it was all the tubs. Now all except like about 12 or 13 of our rooms are all stand-up European showers. So those are the kinds of things that everyone's starting to do now that we've done.
I know when I came through the lobby last night and I felt so comfortable, I didn't want to go to my room actually. I saw all those flat screen TVs and I saw the game on. I said, so I took a seat, one of those plush sofas, had my own TV, and I just kind of checked out a little soccer there.
And that's exactly what it's trying to do, and that's what we have accomplished here, is creating that warm lobby atmosphere where you spend more time out of your room than you do in it.
You mentioned culture earlier. How did you guys continue to maintain that culture, and why is that so important?
Well, as Brian always says, everybody has a culture. Some are good and some are bad. Culture for us, I don't think you'll be hard pressed to find two people outside Brian and I that are bigger culture people. And it's so incredibly important, and especially as you start to have a younger workforce, that's really important to them. Like millennials, they want to be part of something that's bigger than themselves. And so when you create these cultures and you do things like you do luncheons all the time for the staff, or we just housed a massive theater group and we all had tickets for everybody to go to that for free. Those are the kinds of little things that you can do that have massive impact on your employees and your team members. I mean, there's not a whole lot of hotels that have housekeepers that have been here for 7, 8, 9 years, front desk people that have been here 4 and 5 years, food and beverage people that have been here 7 or 8 years. There's a reason that we've been able to retain these people, and it's because we take really good care of them. I'm a firm believer, and Brian is too, and I mention him a lot because he's really such a great mentor of mine, but if you take care of your team members, they will take care of the guests. We live and die by that mantra.
Now, people listening to you right now, they may have a wide range of things that are associated with hospitality, whether it be banquets, whether it be company meetings, family reunions, or what have we, where they can come to this specific property. If they call, they can get to talk directly to you?
Absolutely. And that's the nice thing too, is that, we're a big team, but we're a small team, and it's our one-on-one personal touch. And that's why we have dedicated people for each account and for each piece of business that comes in here. Because there could be times we're dealing with a 200-person corporate meeting, or there's times we're dealing with a 30-person, baby shower and everything in between. So it really runs the gamut.
Final question, with your location close to Florida Gulf Coast University, close to the Gulf Coast Town Center, close to the airport, what kind of experience does that also bring to this hotel?
Well, let's go ahead and start with this is where people want to be. The Gulf Coast Town Center area is the new center of town. This is where people want to be. They don't want to be out at Bell Tower. Downtown is still trying to get up and running. So this is really where the hub of the action is. And I think for us, I mean, what you can experience is just some of the things that you mentioned. I mean, the fact that we have a full service restaurant, we have the patio and the lakeside setting, right?
Chef Murray.
Yeah, Chef Murray's out there doing s'mores. I think that's really awesome. And then again, the fact that we have Gulf Coast Town Center across the street. So you have dining, shopping, entertainment, you name it, it's all here.
Right there.
Yeah.
And that's a great movie theater over there, by the way. LA Fitness, everything is right here. Joe, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
All mine. Thanks again for being here. We appreciate it.
And look forward to getting you back in the future, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, as the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Joe and all the fine people here at the Holiday Inn Airport in Fort Myers who are doing it. We'll be right back. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching Lee Pitts Live. Of course, I'm Lee Pitts, the host of Lee Pitts Live. We're here at the Holiday Inn Airport in Fort Myers, and I want you to continue to watch Lee Pitts Live on television, on YouTube, and of course, listen to us on radio. But to get all of your shows to come right to you, just click on that subscribe button right there, and Lee Pitts Live will come right to you, your time, your way. That's Lee Pitts Live.